Good morning. I said good morning. At this time, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance by Fausia Muhammad Noor.
Good morning, everyone. Will everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Oh. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning. Good morning again. I am Mr. Merlin Jones, the proud principal of Elizabeth Andrews High School. First, giving respect to Mr. Cheryl Watson Harris, Superintendent, Mr. DeJohn DeCosta, DeKalb County Board of Education member, and Dr. Candace Alexander, Interim Regional Superintendent. On behalf of the Board of Education members and Ms. Watson Harris, Superintendent of DeKalb County School District, I would like to welcome you to Sarah Elizabeth Andrews High School Class of 2021 Commencement Ceremony. Give yourselves a round of applause. I would like to acknowledge the Elizabeth Andrews High School administrative staff, counseling department, senior committee, and faculty and staff members for their support in helping our students make it to one of the pinnacles in their lives, graduation 2021. Elizabeth Andrews High School offers students an alternative secondary school experience in a clearly defined structure where students are given the opportunity to assume the adult role of responsibility for educational achievement and behaviors. The DeKalb County School District mission is to ensure student success, leading to higher education, work, and lifelong learning. Elizabeth Andrews High School mission is to raise standards and increase academic achievement for all students through a rigorous educational curriculum supported by collaborative stakeholder efforts. These statements are what guide our daily action. And one thing I'd definitely like to mention, let's give a round of applause and congratulatory to our parents and supporters of all of our students. Job well done. We would not have been here without their support, so we thank you, thank you, thank you. A few decorum procedures I'd like to mention just before we get started with our speakers. If you would, please turn off all cell phones. Refrain from eating and drinking. Refrain from yelling, screaming, or shouting the names of graduates. Remain from standing until graduates exit the recessional. I want to thank you for your assistance in helping to maintain the dignity and honor of this very special event. Definitely appreciate you for supporting us with that. At this time, we will have our student speaker, Miss Britannia Hanson, class of 2021.
Greetings, Superintendent Ms. Cheryl Watson Harris, School Board Member Mr. DeJohn DaCosta, Area Superintendent Dr. Candace Alexander, our Principal Mr. Merlin B. Jones, other distinguished guests, family members, friends, and my fellow members of the class of 2021. Welcome to the commencement exercises for Elizabeth Andrews High School. It was an honor to be chosen as this year's graduation speaker. At first, I was a bit anxious about giving this speech. I was not planning on coming to graduation because I just wanted to get my diploma and go. But after being nominated and encouraged by Ms. Cruikshank and others, I decided to participate. At age 16, I was on track to graduate early, but because of a series of life events, I dropped out of school and ran away from home. Even though I was an A student with a 4.0 GPA, I was feeling depressed. At the time, my life was not pleasant. I had suffered several adversities, and at 16 years old, to me, they seemed insurmountable. I was betrayed by one of my closest friends. I lost a family member. School was becoming overwhelming, and to top it all off, I got my first B in the class. With all of that, I decided I needed a break from it all. My mom was extremely disappointed in me and was hurt by my decisions, but she still loved me through it. I had broken her heart, but she still loved me with it. I had always planned to go back to school, but my mom's disappointment motivated me to do it much quicker. She called repeatedly and told me that I was going to end up on drugs if I did not finish high school. She also told me I was causing her blood pressure to go up. Her dramatics worked. So finally, in August 2020, I joined the Elizabeth Andrews High School family. School had always been easy for me, but this school year proved to be my most difficult. There were many new routines and expectations. Because of the pandemic, classes were completely virtual and class times were cut in half. Teachers had to face the difficulty of fitting their entire lesson into a much shorter time slot. As a result, school dismissed earlier each day. But I felt as if I needed more time in school to fully understand what was going on. I have never worked harder than I did during this change. But despite these adversities, in order to continue getting the results that I had always been used to, I studied, I went to tutorials, and I did all my work. Even when I was faced with a completely asynchronous class that had no instructor, I still did my best. That asynchronous class almost made me give it up again because I could not understand how I was going to finish it. But with the support of friends and family members, I persevered. I was able to complete that class with an A. Sometimes it is easy for us to give up when we are faced with adversities. We say things like, "It is what it is," or "That's just the way life is." Sometimes we give up before we even try. The way we approach and handle life's trials will determine the results we achieve. We hold our faith in our own hand. So instead of saying, "It is what it is," we should say, "It's going to be what I want it to be." And instead of saying, "That's just the way life is," say instead, "It is my life, and the way I want it to be is the way it's going to be." We can do anything that we put our minds to because our thoughts manifest our words and our words manifest our destiny. Best-selling author Steve Murray Bawley once said, "Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get resilient and more stronger." Resilience is the art of overcoming the impossible. It is with resilience that I choose to live my life. To master the art of resilience, you need two things: desire and ambition. You need to manifest a desire for the life you want. Desire helps you attain your goals more expeditiously. Next, we need ambition to consistently work towards our goals. Desire and ambition are the two elements that have made me resilient in the face of my adversities. I refused to let my life problems get in my way. I adapted, I fought, and I won. Resilience through adversity has brought me here before you today. When you aspire for more, you need to do more than manifest your thoughts. You must also allow your thoughts to manifest into words and your words into actions. Often we already know what we should do to be better, but we choose not to do it. We choose not to ask questions. We choose not to study, and we choose not to do our work. Nobody makes those decisions except us. But once we realize that we are in charge of our thoughts, words, and actions, that is when we become resilient. Still, I cannot take all the credit for my success. I had a lot of help. I have an amazing circle of support that constantly pushes me to never give up and to always do my best. My mom, Kareem Francis, who has always encouraged me even when I did not want to continue. My boyfriend, Kadarius Brewer, who has always supported me and uplifted me. My best friend, Claude Campbell, who was also on this journey with me and is also graduating today. And my teachers, who have all helped me to reach my true potential in academic success. I needed their support to stop making excuses and to become the best version of myself. I will forever be grateful. All in all, we can become more resilient if we desire it enough. We must be resilient despite adversities. All you have to do to surpass your limits is think it, speak it, and then do it. Adversity can only stop us if we let it. Congratulations to us, my fellow graduates of Elizabeth Andrews High School, class of 2021. We conquered our adversities, adapted, and have become more resilient.
Thank you, Britannia. That's just one of the examples of Elizabeth Andrews High School students exhibiting toughness, resiliency, and putting forth their best effort, especially during this pandemic. That's a wonderful job, young lady. Next, we will have Elizabeth Andrews High School faculty speaker. And Elizabeth Andrews High School faculty speaker is our Teacher of the Year. Ms. Natasha McQuarrie, Elizabeth Andrews High School 2021 Teacher of the Year faculty speaker will now come to the podium.
Greetings, Superintendent Watson Harris, board members Mr. DaCosta, Area Superintendent Dr. Alexander, our principal Mr. Jones, my colleagues, family, and all other guests. I have saved the most heartfelt greeting for the reason we are all here today, the members of the 2021 graduating class of Elizabeth Andrews High School. I am honored and humbled to be standing in front of you today because we have been separated all year in our own little virtual worlds. Let me introduce myself to some of you, even some of my own students. My name is Ms. McCrary. I am the chair of the CTAE department and the 2021 Teacher of the Year for Elizabeth Andrews High School. This year, you all have dealt with uncertainty, fear, grief, anxiety, loss due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the traumatic events occurring throughout the country. You have had to adjust to a new system of education, one that no one has ever experienced before. You've had to devise a new plan for completing your education so you could get to this moment, and here you are. While trying to complete your education, some of you had to juggle work, family, and personal responsibilities. Others of you had children of your own, siblings, or both whom you had to support with their schoolwork. You were forced by circumstances to become co-teachers and tutors. Welcome to our world. You had to create makeshift classrooms for yourself and others, and when technology was unreliable, you learned how to access class on your cell phone. You essentially were your own IT technicians. You became skilled at problem solving and troubleshooting. These are some of the most valuable skills that you will need and must take with you as you embark on the next leg of your journey. Staying motivated and encouraged and engaged throughout all of these changes no doubt was difficult. And I know the urge to pick up your phone and check out a few TikTok videos while your teacher was delivering instruction was tempting. That's just one more example of the many challenges you faced throughout this year. Despite fighting those urges, dealing with new challenges, difficulties, and distractions, you succeeded. For many, the challenges were too much and the temptation just to give up was too strong. It is important that you recognize your accomplishment and truly take this moment in. Although this pandemic has taken many things from you, it has provided the opportunity to reflect on what is truly important. During this period of reflection, I hope you gained a greater appreciation for your teachers and education professionals who supported and encouraged you throughout this journey. And while on this reprieve, I hope that the love and respect for your parents and guardians have grown tremendously, much like their respect for us has grown, especially now that they've had to play the role of teachers as well. I hope, too, that you have gained a stronger sense of gratitude for healthcare professionals and essential workers who risk their lives so that all of us could stay safe and healthy. I would like for all parents, guardians, healthcare professionals, and essential workers to stand if you are present. With my deepest gratitude, I say thank you for your service and thank you for your support. I hope that you have gained a stronger awareness of the injustices and inequalities which exist in society and know the importance of getting involved to become agents of change. Graduates, please use this year as your personal GPS and move forward. I encourage you to make your family, your friends, your health, and your community priorities. Know that at this moment, the world around you can change again. As you continue on this journey, understand this. There may be more obstacles, more challenges that come your way. Not every plan you make will manifest or the way you envisioned it. But I urge you, do not view these moments simply as failures or disappointments. Find the lessons behind these adversities and then use the lessons to draft a new and better plan. And if you do find yourself in a place of disappointment, reach back to this moment, this feeling of accomplishment, and let it motivate you forward and onward to whatever new goals you have set for yourself. Do not allow the voices of doubt or discouragement to infiltrate your head. Take the lessons you have learned, not just at Elizabeth Andrews, but throughout your entire educational journey. Let them guide you, inspire you, and remind you that you have the strength to keep moving forward. Remember, you graduated during a worldwide pandemic, so you can do absolutely anything. You deserve to be proud of yourself. You deserve to celebrate safely. You deserve to be standing here today. I know that all your supporters here in this stadium, even those who are joining us through our live stream, are proud of you. I am very proud of you. You are an amazing group of students. This graduating class will undoubtedly be an essential part of the changes the world needs at this moment. You have experienced too much not to become change makers. Please know that each of us is rooting for you and your future success. Congratulations, Elizabeth Andrews, class of 2021. Go out and change the world.
Miss McQuarrie, great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. Ms. McQuarrie touched on some of the lifelong skills, the soft skills, the hidden curricula that students partake in on a daily basis. She talked about students being teachers, students being caregivers, students being helpers, students being tech savvy. Now, when time comes for you to fill out your resume or do a professional document for employment, remember, you have what we call now pandemic skills. Can everybody say that for me? Pandemic skills. You can place that on your resume. At this time, please join me in welcoming the superintendent of the DeKalb County School District, Mrs. Watson Harris, to make remarks and certify the academic summary of the class of 2021.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Please join me in giving a huge round of applause for your principal, Mr. Jones, for his incredible work and effort. Thank you. and the entire faculty. It's a real pleasure and an honor to be here today. And I have to acknowledge Britannia's wonderful speech. I wish I had that knowledge and really wisdom at her age. So it's so clear that the world is just waiting to see all you have to offer. So congratulations again. As a superintendent and chief education officer of DeKalb County School District, I present the class of 2021 for Elizabeth Andrews High School. I certify that these students have met all course requirements and have earned, at minimum, 24 Carnegie units as established by Advanced Ed, the State Board of Education, the Georgia Accrediting Commission, and the DeKalb County Board of Education. Therefore, I am requesting that our board member, Mr. Dijon DaCosta, release their diplomas and certificates. Let's welcome Mr. DaCosta.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I know it's hot out here, but we can do better than that, right? Scholars at Elizabeth Andrews, I love you all with the bottom of my heart because your story reminds me of myself. There's a great philosopher by the name of Jeremiah Cole. Do y'all know who that is? J. Cole. He came out with a song this year called My Life. And in that song, he made some quotes that really touched me to my heart. And when he mentioned the beauty is in the struggle, I don't know many great people around the world that did not go through a struggle that is doing great things or big things in their lives. And I know that you all can relate. In his song, he said, I done made it out of the struggle. Don't judge me. What you saying now won't budge me. Because now where I come from, so often, people you grow up with is laying in coffins. But I done made it through the pain and the strife. But it's my time, my world, my life. Rudyard Kipling said in a poem called If you can keep your head when all about you are losing yours and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for them doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or be lied about, don't deal in lies, or be hated, don't give away to hate, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your masters, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumphs and disasters and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can serve your term long after they are gone, hold on when there's nothing else that's within you except the will that says to you, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings or queens and not lose your common touch. If neither foes or loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you or none too much, if you can fill the unforgetting minutes with the 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours in the earth is everything that's in it, and which is more. You'll be that righteous queen and king that you were born to be. So I commend you all for the hard work that you all has exhibit with the DeKalb County School District. But now it's the time that you all been waiting on, the release of these graduates' diplomas. On the basis of your certification, I accept your recommendation, Superintendent. The academic achievement of this class meets the course requirements as established by Advanced Ed, the Georgia Board of Education, the Georgia Accrediting Commission, and the DeKalb County Board of Education. As a representative of the DeKalb County Board of Education, I, Dijon DaCosta, authorize the release and the presentation of your diplomas and certificates to the class of 2021 at Sarah Elizabeth Andrews High Schools. Congratulations, scholars. Congratulations, parents and guardians.
At this time, Ms. Kroon will call the names of our graduates as our graduation committee guides our students toward the stage.
Britannia Hansen. Falsia Mohammed Noor. Farhana E.T. Iqbal. Nian Shang Hui. Faven Rahana. Onarina Abwe. Harry Abwe. Abel Aguilar Velasquez. Shuzmita Angari. Angel Kiera Allen. Julio Israel Angeles. Mahogany Shamir Arthur. Samuel Asimwe. Mawada Abdullah Bate. Jalen Lynch. Aaron Bragg. Kataris Broadwater. Tierra Brown Childress. Malik Devon Bernice. Tamara Janae Bernice. Tierra Renee Bernice. Alexis Martise Carter. Christopher Christie Jr. Principe Cardova Mendez. Sade Crowell. Ibeth Cruz. Jalen Edwards. Jesus Abigail Espinoza. Lamari Evans. Shalyn Gates. Yvonne Avery Gibbs. Jasmine Ashanti Glenn. Sandrina Deshawn Hunt. Marange Innocent. Cedarius Monte Johnson. Benjamin Juma. Sisto Kalala. Kismet Elsa Knox. Azaria Lamb. Christian Manuel Leon. Amasi Luscana. Denny Lozano Carbadillo. Nyasia Manson. Anna Masanga. Yusili Imelda Molana Juarez. Melanie Navrit. Monica Lucy Paul. Christian Pialumas. Sadia Christina Price. Ayanla Sonisha Richards. Zaki Ramadan. Daisy Rodas Ramirez. Jennifer Sanchez Cruz. Honesty Slayton. Unique Smith. Shania Snow. Eduardo Daniel Soto. Kimberly Jocelyn Torres. Carmen Alondra Troches. Angel Ivan Urbano Solis. Octavius Lavari Wilson. Nicholas Woods. Brianna Young. Emily Lisbeth Juarez Diaz.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Elizabeth Andrews High School class of 2021. You may now Move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, graduates.